When the woman got home and checked the surveillance footage on her phone, she was horrified to discover that a strange man had snuck into her apartment and was now hiding under her bed. She was so terrified she could barely breathe. Every day, she'd hang men's underwear outside her door after washing them and place a pair of men's dress shoes there too, deliberately making it seem like a man lived there. That morning before leaving, she noticed the cover of her keypad lock had been tampered with and there were unfamiliar fingerprints on the buttons. She assumed it was just kids messing around and quickly changed the password. But when she came home that evening, she heard someone entering a code at her door. She tiptoed over, holding her breath in fear, and only after the sound stopped did she dare peek through the peephole, finding the hallway completely empty. She mustered the courage to open the door and check, only to find a cigarette butt on the floor that hadn't been there before, so she immediately called the police. But they said a single cigarette butt wasn't enough to file a case. After the police left, she eventually fell asleep. But at that moment, a naked man emerged from the bathroom, gently stroked her hair, then lay down and held her as they slept. The next morning, she woke with a splitting headache, and combined with the previous night's lock tampering, she began to suspect something was wrong with her home. What she didn't know was that a stranger had been sleeping beside her every night, holding her like this for 6 whole months. Each time after she fell asleep, the man would crawl out from under the bed, use her toothbrush to brush his teeth, then put it back exactly where it belonged. And after showering, he'd carefully clean up any hair he'd shed. Once everything was tidied up, he'd climb into bed and hold her while they slept. Then at 4 in the morning, when his alarm went off, he'd promptly get up and leave. She woke up exhausted every day, but never sensed anything was wrong. Until one day, while getting ready for work, she noticed a significant amount of milk missing from her fridge. Finding this odd, she installed cameras in her apartment. After returning home, she discovered an item that didn't belong to her, immediately putting her on alert. She opened her phone to check the footage, and sure enough, after she'd left, a strange man had entered her home and was now hiding under the bed. She was so scared she stopped breathing, her legs shaking so badly she couldn't stand, wanting to rush to the door and escape, but it was too late, and the man caught her. When she woke up again, she found the man right beside her, but he didn't seem to want to hurt her, only expressing that he wanted to hold her while sleeping, and that he'd been doing this for 6 months already. Hearing this left her in complete despair, and while the man was distracted, she bit down hard on his ear and ran desperately downstairs, hiding in a room only to find the door was blocked. The man slowly pulled out a key and walked toward her as if trying to make her comply, but accidentally knocked over a nearby cabinet.